It's all about you and your well-being. The Candid Conversation Show. Let's talk about it. It's all about you.
Welcome back to Let's Talk About It, the Candid Conversation Show. We are celebrating Women's Month. My name is Muriel.
My name is Ruby.
On the show, we discuss topics that are unspoken and taboo in our community. Our guest tonight is Taiche Griffin. She is a nurse, practitioner, and a personal trainer. We will be discussing women empowerment and her passion for medicine.
We want to welcome you to the show.
Why, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
I know you're busy, and thank you for taking time out of your schedule.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. You got it. You got it.
Yes. We love to ask the guests to tell us a little bit about their childhood because we believe that's who shapes who we are as adults, who become as adults.
That is true. That is true. So, growing up, from Chicago,
Okay.
Illinois, born and
Chicago.
raised, Chi-Town.
Yes.
So, born and raised there, and then we would commute back and forth from Chicago to Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
That's where our home base is. But as far as growing up, I have several siblings, some step brothers and sisters, and some, brothers and sisters as well, natural.
Yes.
As far as childhood goes, there was definitely some good times.
Good. Good.
Definitely some good memories.
Good.
But of course, within the black family, there are
Yes.
some hardships
Yeah.
as well.
Yes.
So, I was molested, I was raped,
Oh,
and
I'm so sorry to hear that.
yeah, so molested for many years by someone that was close in the family, and then thought I had a safe haven when I relocated back to Chicago, and it happened again.
Oh no.
So then moved back to Cleveland because my mother husband passed away. So I went back home to help my mom while I was still in high school. And so my mother was diagnosed with bipolar. So I had to help assist her as well,
Oh boy.
only to endure the same pain again.
Wow.
So,
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
So sorry. And
Yeah.
you sit here just so,
Yeah.
just a strong, powerful woman.
well, that's one of the reasons why I left up north to come down here. I came down here to kind of reinvent myself.
Yes.
And kind of start all over. So I have like no family down here whatsoever.
to
And that was
refresh.
done purposely, yes. It was to refresh and regrow and rebuild based on my own identity and to separate myself from my past. And again, it wasn't all bad.
Right.
Right.
But it's definitely some things that have changed, and even to this day, it formulate who I am today.
Of
Yeah.
course it does. It definitely does.
Yeah.
Did you tell anyone what was going on?
I recently told my mom.
Recently.
Recently told my mom, and I recently told a couple of my siblings as well.
Oh no.
And that's not something that you just sit back and you just be an open book
No,
about. You know what I'm
correct,
saying?
no.
So, especially in the black family where the matriarchs feel like you're the issue, you're the
Absolutely.
problem,
Right. A lot of
you
times.
warranted those things that happened to you
No
because
child
of
wants
what
that.
they went through. So it's hard to have hatred in your heart for something that as you grow and you mature, you kind of know better.
Yes.
And, reliving that, you have to understand that if they weren't given the best tools to how to be
Right.
grown adults, how can they give us the same thing?
Right. We were saying the same thing
Always.
earlier, is that your parents only know what they know from their parents.
Yeah.
That's all that they know.
That's
So
all they
what
know.
we do is we break that generational curse. There has to be a point in time where you have to break it.
Yeah, you have to put a stop to
You
it.
have to.
And there's no right or wrong answer. You
No.
just have to learn. If you want to be a better person, you have to learn from your past and your mistakes and move forward and make the best of it. And all you can do is give it the best you can.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did you ever seek any type of help for this, even now?
I did seek counseling when a few years back and recently within the past year.
Okay.
It does
Of course.
come out occasionally, even within my marriage as well.
Okay. I could understand
So,
that.
yeah, so I have received counseling But as with mental health, it's just now being embraced,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So it's just now opened up with open arms and say, come on in, let's talk about it.
Right.
And so with health insurance and things not, things of that nature, where you would have to pay a huge copay or pay
Exactly.
for one visit. Each visit can cost you between $150 to $300,
Absolutely.
depending on who you see, and that's just for 1 hour.
Yep.
And
that's one.
so how can one afford that?
You can't.
Right, you can't.
cannot.
Every week.
Right. So people end up doing without.
And
People
that's
end up
where the
doing
problem
without,
is.
and that's where the problem lies.
Wow.
So yes, yeah, and health insurance for the most part only covers, I think, between 4 to 8 visits. If you get 8
Right.
visits with your health insurance, that's a pretty good mental health policy that you have.
That's good.
Yeah,
It's just awful. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got to keep talking about it and keep talking about it and keep
Yeah.
talking about it
Yeah.
because it is out there
It's
and
out
it
there.
is real.
it is very real.
Yes.
And the thing is, you don't look like what you've been through.
Mm-mm. You look
No.
awesome.
No, I mean a lot of us
Yeah.
don't, right?
Right, right.
A lot of us don't look like what we've been through.
Right. Until you open your mouth and you start telling your story.
When you tell that story.
That's true, and that's where the breakdown comes in.
Yes.
Because you have to relive what
know.
you're speaking.
I know.
And that can be hard.
Yeah,
So that's the triggering part for you.
It's always the trigger.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah,
So sorry.
I don't
Yeah.
divulge into
We get
that
it.
So
too
we
Mhm.
appreciate
much.
you.
Yeah.
talking
Just
about
we
it and
appreciate you sharing
with
that.
us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah, sure.
we always say that it's what happened in your childhood that's molded you and makes you who you are today.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
probably a little guarded and everything else because of the events that took place.
I'm very guarded, especially when it comes to my kids,
Yes.
Definitely. Did you ever share anything with them?
Oh no, no,
Not yet.
no, not yet.
Okay.
They're not.
No,
enough.
not yet.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yes, yes,
no,
yes.
no,
Yeah.
no, not
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
Too early for that.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely too early for
Yeah.
that. But definitely made some decisions as to, I don't know, but up north, you will go away for the summer, spring break,
Right.
Christmas break.
Exactly.
You were never home.
Correct.
And that was like one of the good moments. But then those times too, as well, can bring on things that that's not warranted.
That's true.
And then you got to go back home, not sharing your story
Yeah.
because
Keep your mouth.
you're afraid. You're afraid
afraid.
that no one will believe
Believe
you.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
And so that just all this trauma that's sitting inside, the emotions that's just sitting inside because you can't get
Express.
it out. Yes.
Yeah. And you don't want to be blamed.
You don't want to be blamed because if you tell your story one time and no one believes you, you never tell your story again.
Again.
And then there goes the hurt and
And-
pain that you have to
yes.
endure for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. And there's projection that comes out in different ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? You have done from that story that you shared with us. Look at what you're doing now, though.
Yeah.
Look what
Yeah.
you've done.
Yeah.
You went to school.
Mhm.
You said, I'm going to do this.
I'm gonna do
and
it.
I know you said that there were a few setbacks and people that maybe said that you couldn't do it. And you just continue to push forward.
I think that's my biggest motivation is people telling me that I can't do it. I've been told that since I was little.
Really?
That you can't do this. I was I was diagnosed with being dyslexic.
Mm.
So it was telling me that I had to be in special classes, and then from there, them telling me, oh, you have to go to school here in Cleveland, Ohio, because you can't make it outside of
Oh,
the
my
state.
goodness.
So I made sure that I picked somewhere out of state to go to. Even though I have 4 scholarships in Ohio, I just my heart wasn't there.
Right.
To come down to Florida A&M and all they had was my social security number.
Yes.
They didn't have
Nothing.
nothing
No,
else. I
no.
didn't have no place to stay.
That's God.
I didn't have no financial aid. I didn't have anything.
Oh, my goodness.
But I was determined to make
to
it.
make it.
Yes.
And you did.
And I did.
And you did what? You went to school for how many years?
At Florida A&M, I'm
Yes.
talking about all together.
All together.
Oh my. Well, I did 4 years undergrad at Florida A&M in Tallahassee.
Okay.
And then I went to University of Phoenix here in Orlando. And then I went and got my certification in family nurse practitioner
Go, girl.
at South University in Savannah, Georgia.
Congratulations.
So, I mean, it's 4, 6,
Yeah, about-
8 years.
mhm.
You
About
did
8
it,
years.
though.
I did
You
it,
did it.
yeah.
You did it.
Dyslexia and all.
Dyslexia, I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It may take me some time.
That's okay.
That's okay.
But I get it done.
You get
Yeah.
it done.
That's all right.
I get it done.
So there for all the people that said that you couldn't do it and couldn't make it and
Hello.
weren't gonna amount to anything.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I am here.
Look at me now.
Yeah, but you felt you'd make it though, didn't you? You felt it.
She just pushed herself. I
That
mean.
was my drive.
Okay.
That was my drive. I just knew that what I didn't want to go back to.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It was
Right.
survival of the fittest
There
back
you
at
go.
home, and I didn't want to go back there. And I just wanted to be different.
Yes.
And that was my goal, to be different. And then from there, I mean, I wanted to be a physician. So I wanted to go to medical school, but, you know, circumstances were different. I was pregnant with my first child
Okay.
in my senior year in the nursing program.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because at Ohio State, when I went for summer school
Okay.
in Columbus, Ohio, the medical residents will always tell us, listen, major in something different. Don't major in biology or chemistry.
Right.
Major in a degree that you can actually use, because you never
right.
know what can happen. And that's what happened. I majored in nursing / pre-med.
Here you go.
And then I got pregnant
Oh,
my
gosh.
last year in college, and I just said, you know, eventually I'll become a nurse practitioner. Didn't know when, didn't know how. I just say, look, that's close
Yes.
enough for me
Yes.
to be a medical physician. So that's the route I eventually took, and here I
amazing.
am.
So you have your own practice, or are you working underneath someone?
I am working underneath someone full-time, CFP, Central Florida Physician Group.
Okay.
Dr. Neglapati is my close ally that I work with every day.
Very good.
Yes. So, but I do in the afternoons and evening times and on weekends. I work with my business, and it's growing very
Yes. The turn back
gradually.
time.
Yeah.
Turn back time.
Turn Back Time. I work with Turn Back Time.
Okay.
Turn Back Time is with Monique.
Okay.
But my business is Taiche Professional Medical Services.
Okay.
Yeah, so with Turn Back Time, she's doing caretaker initiatives where she provides aftercare for people who have surgery.
Okay.
So my role with her is to provide that medical need that sometimes is missed
Yes.
when a lot of us have post-op surgery, plastic surgery, emphasizing on
And they
that.
don't
Yeah.
take care of themselves.
And they don't take care of themselves, and they don't know what to look out for. So that's my role in
Okay.
collaboration with her. But myself, though, I provide weight loss, of course, wellness, personal training, IV infusion. I mean, I
Oh,
have
wow.
quite a few
You go,
services
girl.
that I have under my belt that I provide every day. Yeah,
That is awesome.
yeah.
You are doing it.
I'm trying.
This is the girl they said that couldn't.
You're right. You're absolutely correct. Correct. Yes.
You love to empower the community. Why is women empowerment so important to you?
I think women empowerment is vital, because in the African American community, we are the key role in everything that we do
Yes.
in our family, amongst the neighborhoods. You know, you always had a Mama D.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Somebody you looked up to. Somebody who always was that person in the neighborhood that put their foot down when discipline needed to occur, right?
Yes.
And so with that, though, comes with a lot of obstacles and challenges that we face that we don't speak on. And sometimes you just need to feel empowered in order to have that voice.
Yes.
It's nothing like silent noise.
Mm.
Oh, yes.
When you're by yourself and there's nobody but you.
That's right.
And that noise just keeps getting louder and
And
louder.
louder.
And there's no one that you can talk to.
Right.
And so for us as black women, and women in general, we need to be able to feel comfortable in a space where we can vocalize our feelings,
Right.
and start spiritual healing
Yes.
amongst each other. It's nothing like fellowshipping amongst others
I know.
that feel the same pain you feel and know the same thing that you
you're
may
going
have
through.
gone through or
Right.
is currently going through
Right.
at this time. So that's why I feel empowerment is always going to be my lifelong journey.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
We try to do the same.
Yeah.
You know, that's our purpose as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Just keep empowering
Yeah.
women, not only women, but men as well, but primarily women, because we're women.
Yeah, right. Yeah, start with us first.
That's
Yes.
right. If there's one thing that you would do all over again, what would that be?
The one thing I would do all over again, I would definitely probably reach out for help sooner than later. But you don't know what that help looks like.
Right? You were scared.
I was scared, and I mean, and when you put it in the back of your mind, you don't really know there's a problem.
Exactly.
You know,
You're like, I'll be okay.
I'll be
You'll be
okay
okay.
as long as I don't have to think about it. As long as my actions don't reflect what my past was, you feel like you're doing okay. And you just don't know that the things that you're doing, that you're unconsciously doing, is because of what you've gone through.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And so with, the times I've gone through counseling, reading, self-help books, and things of that nature, empowerment and leadership and things like that, it has brought me to this point with still opportunities for growth.
Right.
So if anything, that would be the one thing that I would do. Yeah. So it's important to talk to our young girls at this time, if we can, to let them know that it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to seek help. It doesn't always have to be a professional that you have to pay with every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So allowing room to make that person feel comfortable.
There you go. Yeah, it's true.
I think it's key.
Right.
If they're not feeling comfortable, they're not gonna open up.
They're not going to open up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. I like that, what you said. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was me, just not trying to say anything. You were just fearful.
Yeah, you're going through the motions, and my career kind of take precedent of what happened to me, way that I could have or should have, because I let my career drive me. And my projection of probably what I went through was projected onto my husband.
Yes.
Did you know at the time, though?
No.
You didn't even know, see?
I didn't even know at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't even know at the time.
Wow.
Didn't even know at the time. And then, another thing, too, is that when it comes to your past and the things that you've gone through, another reason why I didn't speak about it is because you don't want, like, that horn that extends on the top of your head, and people look at you like, oh my gosh, you know what all she went through, it must be so hard, and then they either pity you or they stay away from you.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you're a plague. And that's the thing that hurts the most, is when you do speak about it, especially when someone that you love or that you're with them or your significant other, they will say, if I had known that, I probably wouldn't be with you today.
What?
Or if I had known that, I probably would have ran away.
No.
Or if I had known that.
No.
Because they probably don't know how to deal with that kind of pain either.
Yeah, but when you love someone,
You have to.
when you love someone, you're going to hang in there and you're going to help them go through it.
That would be something that one can wish for.
Yes.
I know, that would be perfect, right? That would be in the perfect world.
Yes.
Yeah, in the perfect world.
Yes.
Well, they could always go to counseling, therapy with their person, their spouse.
If the person wants to go.
True.
That's the
If
thing.
the person,
If
because
they
they
wanna-
may not feel it's not their problem.
Right.
So why go?
Isn't that something?
Oh, yes.
When I see women would do it. I would do it. Would you do it?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
I would do it.
But it's the men, for
Yeah.
whatever reason. I mean, we're not talking about all men,
I would do it.
but
I understand what you're saying.
yeah.
Men in
Put that out
counseling
there.
is very taboo.
And they don't want to
They're changing that though. They're going to therapy.
Right. Oh,
and,
yes.
Yeah.
Because,
But
I mean,
still.
again,
Because
because we're speaking on it
talking
every day.
about it.
Right.
Right. It's not so taboo as it once was.
Because it's that mentality where you're so strong. Even the black woman, you're so strong. The man, you have to take care of the home, etc. So that's where it comes from.
Yes.
It's your upbringing. Once again, it's your upbringing. Yeah. So we just have to seek the
Some
help.
people are quick to run, no matter what it is. You might
Yes.
break a cup, or you might turn the chair the wrong way, and they might not like the way that you're doing that. And then all of a sudden, oh, I'm out. So just people are different. Everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, and you can't fault them though, because like I say, it is how they were raised.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
I hear so much about that. That's
You find yourself doing busy work a lot? I just want to know. Mm-hmm. I know, because I do it. That's why I'm asking you.
yes.
I
Keep your
guess
mind
it's
occupied.
busy. Right. I guess it's busy work. So that I don't have that silent noise.
Right,
Exactly.
right. You don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So yes, I
I knew it.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you a question. What has been the most difficult hurdle in achieving your success? I know that part of what you went through, that's might be part of it as well.
My biggest hurdle when achieving success. I'm so used to doors being closed. I'm so used to people saying no. That everything that I have achieved in my career and in my family has been a hurdle.
Gosh.
Because how some people, they walk into something, just falls in their lap.
Right, exactly.
And you're like, how in the world did that happen?
Right.
But
Right.
you go that same path and you go that same
You
route.
jumping all
And
types
it-
of hoops.
Correct. And it just doesn't happen for you.
Right.
And for me, from my career accolades to my personal life, it's always have been difficult. Nothing has been easy.
But you
Nothing came
pushed through.
easy.
I pushed through because of the ultimate goal that I wanted to achieve. It's not just success; it's more of gratitude.
Yes.
Okay.
And knowing that I can do it, or maybe do it all, and still be happy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can't pick one moment.
Not one.
Because I could talk about what's going on right now. 'Cause that is a hurdle.
Oh my God.
So, but you know, what doesn't kill you make you stronger.
It
That's
does.
right.
It really does.
It's cliche, but it's so true.
It's true.
It's so true.
How have you been handling the pandemic since this occurred? Have you been working? I know you're an essential worker, of course.
Right. So that was a no-brainer.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we just
going.
continue working.
Yeah.
Just continued.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
continue working, took care of our patients. Now, when it comes to my business,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
my business is a luxury. It's not something that you have to
Exactly.
have.
Okay.
So when that happened,
Yes.
I was renting space with another person, and that person wasn't able to bring in an income.
Of course.
So she had to close down. So then I was like, so then what do I do? So I end up, saying, hey, well, let me do concierge services. Let
Yeah.
me come to you,
Right.
provide those same services, but I come to your home.
Mm-hmm.
It's intimate. It feels like you're getting one-on-one service, which
Treatment.
you are,
Right.
whatever setting,
Uh-huh.
but it's more intimate. And you don't have the fear of exposure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
what I
I
was gonna
think,
say.
yeah,
Mhm.
and I think the key thing of my selling, my marketing strategy was to tell them, hey, I get tested twice a week.
That's
So
right.
There you go. Make
if
them
I
feel
have
safe.
anything, right, so it made them feel safe.
Absolutely.
Made them feel safe.
Mhm.
So I had to pivot and change my business plan due to the pandemic,
Right.
so that I can stay afloat.
You got that right.
Mhm.
What do you think drives you to not give up when most people would, some of the things that you've been through, most people would have given up?
What drives me the most is not wanting to go back home. I love home.
Yeah.
I go home and I visit all the time. My childhood friends, high school friends, my family is there. Chicago and
Okay.
Cleveland primarily, and even in Las Vegas. My family is there.
Okay.
But I think if I was to give everything up today, my fear would be I would have to go back home. And I don't want to go back there.
Yeah. Too much has happened.
Too much has happened.
So you still speak to your family? Everything's
Oh,
good?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Very good.
I still speak to my family, every
Okay.
family reunion, every gathering,
Good.
every wedding, every occasion.
Yes.
I look at that as my vacation, and plus I can bring my kids so they can see
Their family.
my side of family
Yeah.
as well.
That's right.
Considering there's no one here, so I have to have them hop on a plane with me and fly to wherever that destination is.
That's right.
How old are your babies?
I'm 19,
Oh, wow.
13, and 6.
Oh, my goodness.
You got a 6-year-old.
I do. He's my boy, and Lord Jesus. help me.
Yes.
Help him.
They are work.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
yes.
A lot.
Mhm.
19-year-old.
19. Yeah, she's at home going to
Oh, she's still
Valencia
home,
because
okay.
of
The pandemic.
the pandemic.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
she's
okay.
going to Valencia.
That's good.
Awesome.
We got to push these children.
You have to push them.
Right.
I have
It's
to
work.
on my own.
Right.
It's work.
It's work. It's work. It's different.
A lot of work. Because you're always a parent. It doesn't matter.
It
You
doesn't
still gonna be a
stop. It
parent.
doesn't stop no matter how old they are.
But when, I don't know about you, but when I left. I didn't look back. I didn't turn back. I would call my mother for a kiki.
Right,
But
right.
I didn't call my mother for
Right.
advice because I figured it out. I felt like I had to figure it out. I was out on my own. I had to figure it out. Now the kids today, they want you to help them figure it
All
out.
the way
Oh,
through.
come on.
All the way through?
All the way through.
Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pray about it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, do you feel that women hold each other back due to envy?
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little bit? Take it all in.
Uh-huh. It's the truth. We want to work together. That's what we want to do.
We do.
Yes.
And I think we do it subconsciously. I
Yeah.
don't think it's done intentionally, There's a lot of us that are cheerleaders for each other.
Oh, yes.
And we support one another. But what I have found since starting my business is not those people who are close to you.
Isn't that something?
is not the people who you felt like
It's true.
will have been always been in your corner, because back then it had always been that way.
Exactly.
But when you do something independently, and where you feel like you need the most support,
You're
the
not
ones
getting it.
that are close to you are not there.
Isn't that something?
They don't want you to get to the next level.
Where the idea or the thought or the suggestion is great,
Yes.
they support you when it's an idea or a thought.
When
But
you
when
start
it's
following
happening,
When
through.
you put into fruitation, though,
Then
is when the dynamic of the relationship changes.
I wonder why that is. Why?
Crab barrel mentality.
That they can say, you know what, that's my friend. I've been here all along with her. This is what she's done. This is what she's currently doing. I want to support her. Because what people need to do is always think about themselves. How would you feel?
Yeah.
How would I feel if I'm doing all of this and my friends aren't supporting me? Why wouldn't I support another friend?
Why wouldn't you?
I want to see them grow.
You would think. And that's unfortunate.
crazy.
And I find that we do that amongst us in the African
It's
American
crazy.
community more so.
It's true. You're right.
More so.
Well,
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's true.
Yeah, it is.
And you have to look on the outside to get people that aren't as close to you. Just
Right,
embrace you.
right, because I find my clients are my biggest cheerleaders. I just never phantom the thought
yeah.
that my clients would be my biggest support.
Uh-huh.
And truly grateful,
Yes.
Of course.
but never thought that that is who God sent to me.
That's right.
Sometimes a
Yeah.
stranger will help you more than your own family.
Then your
And
own
friends.
family, then your
Mhm.
own friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta take a deep breath on that.
I know,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us
Take
what
a
you
sip
do
of
for
water.
fun, though, since you're so busy. What do you do for fun?
What do you do for fun? What makes you smile?
Yes.
What's
Yeah.
your happy?
Where's my happy place?
Yes.
My happy place, I love to work out. So
Okay.
like when I'm training my clients, I jump in with them. So, I can go ahead and get it in with them as well.
Uh-huh.
Good.
Right now, that's my happy place, but definitely I love to travel.
Yes.
Yes.
I can't wait till that opportunity
know, I
arises.
know.
Where you
Right?
going?
Where's the
Huh?
first
Where are you
place you're
going?
going?
Well, I thought I was going to go to Puerto Rico for my best friend's birthday,
Yeah,
but my situation with my space happened, and we both
That
agreed
comes
that was the
first.
best.
Yeah.
Right, that had to come first.
Yes.
I understand.
Yeah, that
That
comes
had
first.
to come first, so
Yeah.
I had to cancel my plans. But I just thought I was going to be laid in the
Yeah.
in the shade
Sipping
with
on
my
something.
with my margarita.
She changed it. She was going to say sun, and she said shade.
Right, it's in the sun and shade. Okay? Yes, but it's going to happen eventually.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
it will.
We can't wait.
It's going to happen eventually.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's our happy place, too.
Yeah.
In
is
the meantime,
traveling.
just remain safe in the meantime.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know. That's all we can do.
Yeah, and thank you for all the work that you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. They
Thank
need
you.
you out there.
Oh, yes.
thank
Mm-hmm.
Keep empowering women, keep supporting, keep helping,
you.
keep encouraging.
I try.
So what's next for you?
What's next for me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
You
That's
got this
okay.
new place.
As far
The
as
building?
my right, I'm building. So with my business, my goal is to have a place to go to, because right now I work out of a med spa in Longwood, actually.
Okay.
And so once I get that up and running, then I want to expand the concierge service. So
Good.
to potentially have like a Fleetwood van,
Mm-hmm.
and so have an all-in-one inside the
Okay.
fleet,
Good.
where I can provide all the services. So if I come to your home,
Okay.
you can come inside my fleet, and I can provide
Oh, I
all
like
the
that.
care that you
Oh.
want.
Oh, that's nice.
Whatever that is.
Great idea.
That's my 3 to 5 year plan.
Okay.
Because those fleets are very expensive.
They are.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, they are.
They're very expensive. So yeah, that's my plan. And then outside of that, before the pandemic, my goal was to do a women's empowerment event or small gathering every quarter.
Right.
Okay.
I had one in February last year when I
Okay.
had my very first one, and it went very
Oh,
well.
good.
Yeah, but then COVID hit,
Yeah.
and
Right.
then everything ceased.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would like to pick that back up.
Next year.
Right, because to me, when you have those small, intimate settings, it allows us to be comfortable
Yes.
Right.
and for us to tell our story
That's right.
Exactly.
and feel empowered by the time
You walk
it's
away.
over. You walk away, and
Get something from it.
and everybody takes something from it.
Right.
Whether
Yes.
I tell my story, you tell your story, the relationship of the spiritualness is connected
Right.
when we speak amongst each other in a comfortable space.
That's
Yes.
right.
So I wish to continue that when everything is safe
Yeah,
enough,
get
I
more
guess.
people
Yes.
vaccinated and everything else. Maybe it'll get.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
What time, I guess.
Yes, it'll take time. I think we'll be wearing masks till next year, though.
Right. Right.
And beyond.
Yeah.
Some people will probably wear them forever.
Forever. Yeah. I think someone said, what China over there in Asia was doing all this time.
All the time.
We were looking at them like, why?
We're
Right.
always behind, though, here in the
This
U.S.
is why.
Right. Now here we are. Yeah. So something I think that we will last forever by choice once this is over. But they have always been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing new.
Nothing new
I
for
don't know
them.
what happened here. What did we do? That's another show.
I know.
Right.
Well, we're going to come to a close. We're going to have a little candid minute with you.
Okay.
And if you can just, somebody out there, a young girl out there who experienced the same thing that you did, do you have any advice for someone who is suffering in silence?
You guys always give me these soft points. I tell you. What my go-to for me was people that was outside of the family, my teachers, my mentors. I joined different programs because I didn't want to go home. So I joined different programs
Right.
just to be at the house. But long
Right.
and behold, it helped shape who I was. And those mentors are still in my life today.
Good.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
yeah, so I mean, and you just never know
No.
what that person can provide for you. I mean, I received everything from learning about health and hygiene to when I
good.
need a hand-me-down and I
Yes.
didn't have it,
Right.
or they just took me out for lunch and just spoke to me about what my dreams are, my futures, what that entailed and how they can help get me there. If it wasn't for them, I don't think I would have been here today. So when someone extends their helping hand, to take it, because you just never know where it may lead, or it doesn't. You just never know where it would take you.
Right.
And for that young girl, just never lose hope that there are resources out here,
Yes.
and that you just don't have to stay recluse within yourself.
Right.
Someone out there will listen.
Yes.
You just have to be open to speak.
Right. Let it out.
You just have to be able to let it out. And, I didn't let it out only to a couple of people who I felt comfortable with growing up. And those were my mentors.
Yes.
So that is what I will.
Okay.
Just don't give up.
Yeah.
Just don't give up, and look to where you want to be. So I will always look at what I was going through and say, you know what, I don't want to be like that.
No.
I don't want to look like that. I don't want to be like that. I gotta get out of here. And so my out was school, and even when I was growing up in the streets, quite a bit. The people who I was in the streets with even saw something different in me that they didn't see different in other women that they were with, and they would say, "Listen, this ain't for you.
Yeah.
This ain't for you. Stop. As a matter of fact, let me take you home.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
Because this is not for you.
It's not for you.
You have something bigger out there, and this ain't it. So when someone speaks about something like that, listen.
Yeah.
Don't knock it.
Yes.
Listen.
Yeah.
They saying it for a reason.
They were right.
Yeah, they were right.
They were right.
They were right. Yep.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yes.
for being so transparent with us today.
Sure. Anytime.
Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you.
How can the viewers contact you if they want to get in touch with you?
You go to my website at TaicheGriffin.com. That's my first and last name.com. Kate missed that. Also, email me. It's the same thing, Taiche at TaicheGriffin.com.
Okay.
Those are two main ways to get in contact with
Very
me.
good.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us once
Yes.
again.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and we
Thank
hope to see you soon at your
We
Women
will.
Empowerment event.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
We want to thank you for joining us, and we hope that you enjoyed the show. Please tune in next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another discussion from another guest from our community. In closing, Taiche continues to overcome obstacles. Her career elevations were not because of the desire of wanting more, but more due to what people would consider failures. She used her motivation of wanting more and knowing her worth. She made sure to never look back and continue the course. We are real sisters, sharing real stories within our community. We thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk About It, the Candid Conversation Show with Muriel and Ruby.
Come on, let's have a candid conversation.